Growing an account on Twitter, growing your online presence on that social media channel can be really difficult. You need to stay active by tweeting, retweeting, follow your followers or follow your competitors' followers. And it's a never ending process, which ends up you spending hours and hours on that social media channel. But we have the perfect tool for you because Makezu is launching on PitchGround, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can use it to automate certain processes on Twitter and grow your online presence. Let's dive in. Once inside your account, you will come to a similar overview, and you will also have a checklist that where you need to go through to get yourself a little bit more familiar. And you want to sync your account with your Twitter account. And once that is done, you will come to this kind of overview. And here you will already see fantastic options to grow your online presence, but also to automate it. So as you can see here in Twitter automation, to auto post articles related to your activity. So keep your Twitter account active, save time by auto posting new articles from renowned sources. So that means that soon as a renowned source that you will specify is releasing a new article, you are going to automatically post that onto your own Twitter account instead of you needing to do this manually. Another automation that you can set up is an auto reply to people who mention your account, which saves you a lot of time if you can do this automated as well. Another one is auto retweet and like tweets related to your activity. So again, all this you normally do manually. If you want to do it good, you do it, and it takes you literally hours and hours to do so. And being able to automate this process is just plain amazing. Let's go and take a look at the marketing strategies, because we have the automations, right? But we also have campaigns called marketing strategies. So you can also do an auto follow-up to promote your activity. You can do auto retweets of your best tweets. You can also schedule tweets and threads, and you can keep your followers updated with personal DMs. And as you can see, there will be a category. In this case, it's easy, but you also have moderate categories as well. And you will see about the amount of time that it takes to set up this automation of marketing strategy. So let's say we're going to go with a Twitter automation that auto replies to people who mention your account. Let's just press it, and then we're going straight into that automation. And from here, you will go to the correct step, and you can select your Twitter account and choose from any of your saved messages. In this case, we do not have any saved messages, or you can add your own message. So as soon as you add your own message, you can also press the plus sign, and then as you can see here, you can add a new message as well. And you can add a few new messages this way. And as you can see, we advise you to write several versions of your comment in order to make this automation more natural and avoid to be blocked by Twitter. So this way, your message that you are going to send out will be randomized as well. So this will prevent Twitter from thinking there's a robot answering instead of a human behind the computer. We can also share a URL to connect with your followers. So you could say something towards your own lead magnet or towards your website, towards a certain blog post. And this URL can be anything that you think is important to send along with the message. You can select the DM and define your own automation. You can also direct message, so privately. You can also uncheck this, and this will be a comment that will be posted publicly instead. And the only thing you then need to do is just press save, and the automation is completely enabled. If we take a look, you can also set up a new automation or a new campaign from scratch. You can just go on the top menu items, or you can also press them in the left hand menu. And from here you can set up a new campaign. You will first get your campaign overview, but if you do not have any, you can just set up a new campaign. We can choose the Twitter account, and you can also choose the campaign type. So just follow specific people without sending a personalized message, or send a personalized DM to specific people as soon as they express a need. So these are the two campaign types that you can choose from. If we go with just follow specific people without sending a personalized message, you can then do the following. Select a targeted campaign. As you can see here with all the question marks, it will give you some more explanation. So for example, choose this option if you're selling services, choose this option if you are selling products, or if your activity does not apply to any of the cases described above, try this option. You can also target life moments. You can then target key life moments like moving, attending college, graduation, looking for a job, pregnancy, wedding, birth, retirement, holidays, death, and etc. If we take a look at target a specific audience, we can target people who define themselves, or we can also interact with people by interest or discussion topics. So you can see there's a lot of options to choose from. You can then choose your language, set up your campaign, save and launch your campaign that way. If we take a look at new automations, you will see that you will have a lot of options to choose from as well. We can auto post articles around topics, basically the recipes that you saw on your dashboard, where you can just press them and then you can enable this. You can choose the pre-selected topics, or you can also enter customized topics if you wish to. And you can also enter newspapers that you want to avoid. You can then choose the language, and for the language we have about 14 different languages. If there's a need for more languages, I'm sure the team will add them over time, but these are the 13, 14 languages that you can choose from at this moment. You can then also define the volume of articles to be posted each hour. So we only search for articles posted within the latest 24 hours. If your topics are niche, we might not be able to find enough resources. We recommend that you research better keywords to increase your awareness towards communities relevant to you. And you can then increase the volume of posts. The maximum can reach 12 tweets per hour, and the minimum is 2 tweets per hour. Note, the frequency depends on the popularity of your topics and our will to make it more natural. So that is depending on several factors, how many tweets can go out. But you can test the volume here, right? So you can test from low all the way up to high and see how it works for your different niche. Again, you can also select your Twitter account, so you can just select one, and if you have multiple, you can also select them all, and then the platform will make sure to post them through your different Twitter accounts. You can also retweet and like posts with the highest reach, right? And then you can go through the customization. As you can see here, you can select the topics, you can select your own defined customized topics. You can select your options. So you can do a like, you can do a simple retweet and comment, select your languages again, also the volume, and select your Twitter accounts. Basically, the setup is the same for each one, depending on what you choose. So you can also set up your RSS URL to auto-feed your Twitter timeline. So if you have a certain RSS feed that you want to implement into your Twitter, then you can do so as well. You can also do a mention tag, so auto-send a message. You can do welcoming, send a DM to new followers. You can do a follow back. You can do a follow the follower of a specific account. And these are the automations that you can set up under this tab. You can also do DM campaign messages to your followers. So if you choose that from the left-hand menu, you can set up a DM campaign, and you can then see the DMs sent and received. You can also schedule your tweets and threads. So that's also possible. You can share a blog post, you can create content from scratch. If you need ideas for content, you can also use the platform's AI auto content generation feature. And you can also get inspiration from Quora. And this is coming soon, but this is a fantastic way to get more ideas of what you can tweet on your own account. So as you can see, Makezu is a fantastic platform that allows you to grow your Twitter presence and automate almost 90% of all things that you normally manually do and spend hours and hours on that social media platform. It allows you to free up your much needed time, which you can spend on focusing on growing other aspects of your business and online presence. But this is a fantastic platform that has enormous potential to grow your Twitter account to new heights. So be sure to grab yourself a copy of Makezu today. The link will be on top and in the video description, and try it out yourself. Have a great day. Talk soon. Take care.